Well, howdy, I'm John Mark Dempsey, and we're having our second cup of coffee conversation here with Mario Villarino.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me again.
Who is our Hopkins County AgriLife Extension agent. So as I drive down the highways, man, I see just vast numbers of hay bales in the pastures.
Yes, and then we're moving a lot of that. We've been blessed with a very lucky season and a lot of rain on the way, and that's prime for our production to be high.
It's amazing to see. Just seems like hundreds of bales in some pastures.
I was heading to Dallas over the weekend. I run in several 18-wheelers moving big rolls of hay heading west.
That really is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but for Hopkins County, that is the big cash crop.
The second commodity, that is correct. Most of the time, we actually transform that commodity into either milk or beef, because that makes perfect sense. But most of our, what we call TMR of our grain comes through a railroad. So we use that green crop to actually feed our cattle. But it's the second one in cash, if you look at overall the economy. Yeah.
Now, most of those bales of hay, are they exported out of Hopkins County?
Most of them, they are. We have actually brokers that actually will look for the best, marketability. And sometimes, for whatever reason, we're blessed to have enough rain years after year, but the west side of Texas is not always that lucky.
Right.
So it's always that kind of situation that we end up moving a lot of hay west.
Now, the hay we're seeing in pastures right now, that's the first cut?
Well, some of them is second or third, depending where you are located, yes. Depending on how quick you have it and what kind of grass you're growing. Because
we had that, there 5 inches of rain or so. It's been now 10 days or so back.
Right. So we have an opportunity to actually harvest it and dry it out and move it out.
Yeah. But you said now there's some fungus issues.
We have getting some phone calls about including micro fungi. The actually traditional fungus that you would call it. Like the one we use for consumption in the lawns, and it has to do with that high level of moisture in the ground and decomposing of that organic material happening. So some people are concerned about it because it looks kind of strange. You normally in a lawn you wouldn't see white bodies growing everywhere, but it's an effect of that.
So it's a problem in lawns as well as with hay.
It is because rust actually creates some deterrent on the quality of that hay, but in mainly what I have seen is actually, like I said, the microstructures of that fungi in peaches and some fruit trees and the lawns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And what is the evidence of it?
Well, you can actually see the little fungi everywhere, the white structures everywhere, and a mushy structure.
So it is visible. Very visible.
Yeah. Most of the fungi that we see in lawns actually is the damage after the growth. You don't see actually the fungi, but these guys are actually little bitty fungi like in the cartoons, the white structures. And that is unheard of and unseen it.
Anything to do about it?
Well, mow it. You can actually remove it with mechanical ways or spraying with Dawn detergent and getting out of the way. And mainly don't try to consume them because they're not eatable. The type of fungi that we grow for farming is different than that one.
I see.
Yeah.
But mowing then
Mowing will take care of it. Hopefully by the time the temperatures increase a little bit more and we have more periods of rain, that moisture is going to deter their growth in that place.
Last time we talked, there was a tomato disease that was given.
We were talking about efficiencies on the watering of the blossom end rod. We talk about providing enough calcium during the process because it was an efficiency on that even distribution of calcium in the fruit that creates some challenges. We are, of course, during our prime vegetable production. So it's time for people to keep an eye on that and make sure that they provide enough calcium. And just a teaspoon of gypsum per plant is enough to maintain that per month, to maintain that calcium in levels that are appropriate.
A teaspoon of gypsum per month?
Per plant, yes.
And you were telling me also the inconsistent water.
That is part of the challenge. We're seeing it that if you rely on just rain, that is going to be days that you have a lot and days that you don't have it. So that's what creates calcium influx deficiency in the plant.
Okay. So if people are having trouble with their tomatoes, they could give you a call.
Absolutely.
And you can help them out.
Anything in general, we're here to serve our community.
Of course. Yes. Well, we're going to run out of time here, but you've been honoring your senior 4-H
Yes, super excited about this. We're seeing actually 6 graduates heading to college in our 4-H program, and this is the first time that I'm aware of that we have so many seniors actually enroll and heading to college right away.
Jordan Van Winkle, Lainey Bankston, Mary Lynn Reyes,
yes,
Allie Cockrum, Jacqueline Chapman, and Dottie Smith.
That is correct.
All girls.
All girls coming out of this time of the year. Yes.
Is that unusual? I mean, are there more girls in 4-H?
Well, it's unusual to see so many seniors, that actually stay on the program. Most of the time, by the time they get to the senior year, they're already defining their career a little better. But we're excited about that and see a program that is growing all different dimensions.
And you say all of them are going on to college?
The ones that I know, yes. I think all of them.
Will they likely major in agriculture?
No, all of them. Actually, we have some of them going to nursing. We have some of them going to ag communication. Jordan is going to be in ag com, which is part of agriculture, which is more
at Texas A&M.
Yes, Gig'em. Yes, she's heading to A&M.
Great program there.
Right.
You bet. Right. Well, it's a great program, 4-H, and
congrats to our seniors and good luck.
You bet. You bet. And they were presented to the Hopkins County Commissioners Court.
Today we have an event, and also congratulate Lina Reyes for her scholarship. We had a memorial scholarship instituted by Johanna Hicks, my co-worker for many, many years, that is in memory of Jenny Crump, a good friend of the office and a county extension agent that mentored a lot of people. So we're tickled today to present that to one of our members.
Mario, thanks for having that second cup of coffee with us again. Mario Villarino, our Hopkins County AgriLife Extension Agent. I'm John Mark Dempsey. This is KSST.